cyber connection world. Hope everybody's doing great here at the shop. And like we said here on the channel, they're walking it back. They are walking it back. And they really don't have much of a choice on what they got to do now. They don't have much of a choice on how they got to do now. So I want to thank Clark for mailing me. Just a quick shout out to Clark, who mailed me this bottle of green velvet, the Glenvit single malt scotch. So Lux Reporter said, I sent you a ton of info on Skype. Okay, I'll look at it later. I haven't had my Skype on in a while. Let's see what Mike, the drama queen, has to say today, says Par. Yeah! Usually, a lot of people are upset because they took the juice. So they got really upset. I had a lot of people upset at me, I don't know, a few years back, when I was making fun of people that took student loans out, like tons of them, like, I mean, 100 grand in student loans. And a lot of people got mad at me for that, and they would call me, call on me and make fun of me for certain things that it's like, Anyways. The phone is ringing. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. The reason they are backing down at the moment is because of all the people in the streets. Yeah, again, 2022 will be the year of the protest. I said it back in 2020 when I didn't know what was going to happen in 2021, but I knew 2020 was going to be the year of the lockdown, 2021 the year of the blood clot, 2022 is the year of the protest. The world was protesting in 2019. What do you think? It's just going to disappear because of a narrative they want to roll out that makes no sense? I got to be careful what I say on here. There's a couple of channels, and maybe I'll talk about them later on Mike in the Night on Odyssey. How are they getting away with naming names, calling out, and it's just regular YouTubers that are doing it, and they have like 250,000 subscribers. Is YouTube giving the green light to who they want to grow on the platform or be the heroes who are calling this out? I'm very excited to know what's next, Mike. Yeah, me too. What shall we see about World War III? Is that, again, back in August of 2019, we were doing a Mike in the Night with the Raven. And what happened was, the Raven asked, he goes, what do we do? We're painted into a corner now. The video's up. The video's called The Man Who Predicted the Pandemic. I said, well, there's two things they could do. There's exactly two things they could do right now. We could go into hot war. That's one. Or they could pull the trigger on a mass pandemic. That's the only two things they have left in their thing. Or, I mean, I didn't say this. They could have just raised interest rates. Someone saying, hey, I've been practicing for my new job. Would you like fries with that? Yeah. What I'm hearing and seeing now is people are dropping like flies. Oh, yeah. Lux Report says hot war is next. Okay, I hope not. But they're going to have to, governments are going to have to find a way to walk this back. There's too much damage, too much small business destruction, too much, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, I've always worked for 90% of my life I've worked for myself. I've never worked for the government, never, I have a friend, his entire family works for the government. And half of them are getting laid off, and half of them are already laid off. And a lot of them are fully vaxxed to follow government compliance. That's why you don't do. Yeah, Meatloaf. Louis Anderson died today. Yes, he did. Got to get rid of the cash virus all of a sudden. I wonder why. World War III economic crash, new pandemic. Who knows? It's literally day by day now. Says the Greedo 87. Yeah, but Guido, you gotta come on. I don't see you on Mike in the Night on Odyssey, man. You gotta come and join us on there when you can. Be part of that crew there. Maybe you have a different name on there. Yeah, nice leg lamp. Yeah, that's from the Christmas movie. That leg lamp over here. Yeah, that's my leg lamp. It's Italian, right? So there it is. It's Italian. It's the 40-inch one. It's the full size one. And there's my Scarface picture. I bought that when I lived in Miami. I bought that on that street. On that street, I bought that. On exactly that street. There's a store on that street that sells that. Yeah. It's early morning here. It's not even. It's. I think it's 30 minutes to 11. Guys, don't forget to set up for Mike in the Night. Guys, Mike in the Night on Odyssey. We can't. Like, I'm wondering how some of these YouTubers are getting away with, like, kind of naming names and actually talk. Like, I say Dr. F and this and walking back and none of this is real. They just shut me right down. I've been struck down in 2020. In 2020, they struck down my channel 2 times. In 2021, they struck down my channel 4 times to 2 strikes, so I can't post anything for a month or 2 months. And then in 2021, wait, 2020, so they struck me down 9 times since the beginning, total, since the beginning of this whole thing. 9 times. With 2 strikes, and I can't post, so I have to go on a backup channel. Then they delete the backup channel. So it's really effed up. How are some people allowed? I was watching a channel, and the guy's talking. He's like, "What the hell?" Mike, they're letting it happen, Mike. I think they know they failed miserably. All 3 scenarios will basically mean the same thing. Some of these YouTubers are agents. Exactly. I'm watching, I'm scratching my head. I'm like, this makes no sense. I would have been shut down 2 sentences in. But I've been warning about this since day one. It wasn't even before this thing kicked off. Because in 2019, we were really into the protests in South America, the protests in the Middle East, the protests in Hong Kong, and the Gilets jaunes in France, and the protests in Libya, the protests in Iran, the protests in Israel, they had major protests in Israel because they had a new party that came in that was going to stop all the wars and actually start mending the Middle East together and being, changing the face of Israel. They were protesting because a lot of those people that ran in that party, 4 of them got arrested, 2 of them disappeared, and they don't know anything about that party anymore, right? I got banned. Too many channels, Mike. I can still talk. Go, Mike. Good. All right, what are people saying here? So they're walking it back. Today, the top health expert in Quebec says that he's resigning because he doesn't want to, he's not behind all this, they say in stars, bullshit or bullcrap. He doesn't believe in this bullcrap. Yeah. But I had, what's his name come into my store. Hold on, today's Friday. He came in on Wednesday. Balls came into my store. He comes in once a week to make sure I'm still alive because I haven't taken the jab. So he basically comes in once a week to see if I'm still alive. He comes in, he's like, "Oh, you're still alive. Whoa, I just took my booster. I can't feel my face." I recall calling the pandemic I recall you calling the pandemic in 2019 dead on. Well, they didn't have much of a choice. It was either that or a hot war. And a lot of countries were thinking, if we go to hot war now, even though we lowered interest rates, this all has to do with money laundering. All of the shit we're in is misgovernment spending, mass mispenditures of the governments. That's number one. We wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for misgovernment mispenditures of the governments, right? Keep the good job, Mike. Your channel is awesome. Thank you. You might want to start checking on balls. It's going to be like pulling teeth to get them to walk it back in Canada. Yeah, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they're screwed. They're screwed. There's countries like Austria. Now, I think Germany, they're starting to walk everything back now. Israel. There's a lot of countries that are... the Middle East never really cared for this. Middle East is at war. They don't give a shit about this, right? What else? They had... What's the other country? I think Finland or Norway, guys, don't quote me on the country. One of those countries is not joining the UN anymore. They don't want to be part of the United Nations. They want out, and they told them basically where to go. I'm not making this up. They actually, it's a prime minister. She's a female, and she says we don't want nothing to do with the United Nations. Is it Finland or is it Norway? Could someone look that up for me? That does not want to join the UN. That does not want. That's removing themselves from the United Nations. Video of mini demo of White House is coming. Ooh, false flag. European Union kaput. Oh, the European Union was a failure right from the start, right? When the European Union was telling countries like Portugal, stop fishing, we're going to give the fishing to Spain and France. You guys don't need to fish anymore. We got ourselves a major problem when they're telling Portugal not to fish in their own jurisdictional waters that they control pretty much because of the Azores. They control huge amounts of jurisdictional waters. China's savoring or salivating over it. You know what I'm saying? So when they tell the Portuguese you can't fish, you can't make your own cheese because we're going to give it to Italy, where you can't make this, you can't do that, you knew that the European Union was doomed. Karl Schwab, you will own nothing and be happy. I think he's talking about himself. The plan was set years ago. A plague, a perfect scenario for a system reboot. Wars would have too many protests. That's correct. But 2019 was the year of the protest, right? We covered that on Mike of the Night. We went over all the countries. I think it was 49 countries were in heavy protests, where over 40% of the population was on the streets. That's a lot of people. So they're walking it back. They don't got a choice right now. They're in a position right now where they are unsuitable to give orders. So what are they going to do now? I don't know what Canada's going to do. I know Canada's going to quadruple down on more boosters and more BS. So I don't know what Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, I don't know what they're going to do. I have a feeling that Joe Biden's going to scrap everything because his approval rating is like less than 16%. I think Obama's was 18%. The newspapers say 43 or 48. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. NATO wants Turkey out. Yeah, Turkey started a lot of stuff in the Middle East that they shouldn't have from day one. Kind of like when Hitler went into Poland. Turkey did the same thing, but southwest of them, this way. Keep up the good fight, Humongous. Yeah, Humongous in the house. Pre-election, hopium. It is Friday morning now at the shop, taking it easy. Oh, I played my lottery ticket. I told you guys, every week I buy a bottle of booze for celebration. Because there's going to be a time to celebrate. You remember when the Ewoks, when they won that war, that when the Ewoks won that, remember? The moon of Endor and the firecrackers? I have a feeling we may be doing that in different countries. I don't know. I just have a feeling that something's going to happen. And I'm seeing in Iceland where all the leaders get arrested and everybody gets put in handcuffs. And just like Iceland did, where they arrested all their bankers and politicians. So here is the bar I've been building. I'm just buying a bottle a week. And I want to thank Clark for sending me this bottle of this single malt, top of the line scotch. I think this thing's worth like $50 or maybe $80. So I want to thank Clark for sending me that. I picked up a bottle of Crown Royal this morning. Crown Royal whiskey. I should get some Canadian Club, eh? That's Canadian whiskey, too. But, yeah, then last week I got, what did I get last week? No, that's vodka, but that's Bacardi rum. So there's gold rum and superior rum. And then I got some stuff to mix with, like Ripple, gin, a little bit of Jägermeister, Kahlua. So, yeah, that's basically what I just buy a bottle a week when I play the lottery. And that's it. That's like my hobby, I guess. Portuguese people do that. I don't know why. My dad did it. My dad, I don't know if he drank. I don't know, man. My dad maybe drank once a week, if that. And if he did, but he'd have so much booze, but he wouldn't touch it. Yeah, dumbass Icron is the next variant there. Dumbass Icron. Yeah, I think it's a Portuguese thing. We just have a pile of booze everywhere. You walk in, and you just like, look at all that booze. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's good. It's a good thing, if you drink, responsibly, and you know, I'm not promoting drinking. I think the last time I drank was with you guys on a live stream early last year, like in February of 2021 was the last time I think I actually had a drink. And no, I'm not on no AA. If I drink, I like to drink when I'm traveling. Like if I'm traveling and I'm somewhere, I like to have a nice martini or a nice scotch on the rocks, right? That's what I prefer to drink the most. Drinking at home, boring. But sun's out, guys. Liquid gold, says Lord Humongous. Look at this, guys. Let me open the door for you guys. It's a beautiful day, and man, I had to park all the way down across the street. There was no parking here. But what a gorgeous day we're having here. What an absolutely gorgeous day, guys. Just enjoying this beautiful sun. I think it's going to reach plus 10. There's the store there, the Merritt Toys and Games. So if you guys are in Merritt, BC, come and check me out. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I left the big city by choice to live in a mountainous region area where we actually have 4 seasons. Yeah, we actually have 4 seasons here. It's not like Ontario or New York or Chicago, where they got winter and they have a hot summer and that's it. We actually have a spring here, which is really nice. Oh, so what's everyone up to? Sunny here in Cornwall, Ontario, minus 19. Oh, no, minus 19 is too cold. Our cold snap is gone. I think we're just going to start easing into spring here. 4 seasons is expensive, says Par. United Airlines flight turns around due to disruptive passengers. So there's you're going to see a lot of differences in the media. A lot of media is going to tell you a lot of different things. This is CNN, Counterfeit News Network, or Clown News Network. And I'm not going to read that out because they're just going to shut the channel down. And airstrikes, I don't know what's going on, what they're saying. Let's see what RT Russia Today is saying. Let's see what the Russians are telling. What are the Russians doing today? Ooh, is that the Twitter suspends accounts of backing ex-dictator's son? Twitter suspends accounts backing ex-dictator's son. Where is that? Oh, it's in the Philippines. U.S. asks Russia to prove a negative. Britain sends elite soldiers to Ukraine. There we go. The chess pieces are moving right there. A U.S. congressman home raided by FBI. Yeah, I think it's this guy. This guy's a Democrat, and he's going against the border crossings or illegal stuff. So the FBI went to go raid him. I think that's what happened. Billionaire accused of hate. What's new with that? U.S. could revisit Stalin-era plan for Ukraine. And what else we got here? New Mission Impossible invokes a decades-old CIA Hollywood link. Developers explain why Sputnik 5 seems to be better at tackling Omicron than Pfizer. Effect from one of the world's few carbon capturing plants measured. Oh, this guy! Epstein didn't kill himself the first time. Did Epstein really attempt suicide? I guess this is coming forward now. Lord Humongous says, Mike, I have some old Canadian friends that have a cabin on Quadra Island. They had to walk across the border to get back home down here. Wow. Maxwell's going to name 8 more people. Oh, shoot. She's going to name 8. That's right. I was reading about that about a few days ago, that Maxine is going to be naming 8 more people. Wow. That's going to be intense, man. Who are the 8 people? I mean, roll the dice. It could be anybody. So if she's going to name 8 more people, well, obviously somebody's going to get taken out somewhere somehow. Something's going to go down big time. Something's going to go down for real. Leo says it's going to be a nothing burger, Mike. Okay. You're the man, Mike. Says pure blood. Pure blood till death. Pamela saying get the popcorn. I know. Get the popcorn, guys. All right. So what do we got going on here? All right. Let's see what Press TV is reporting this morning. Press TV. What do you got for me? Press TV. All right. Saudi bombing of Yemen reports 180 casualties. Imagine if this happened in any other country, like outside of Yemen. Oh my God! And this is just one bombing. We're talking about bombings over the last steady 3 weeks. They've been bombing steady for the last 3 weeks over residential areas. Imagine that was like, let's say, in another country. Let's say that was Australia. Let's say that was in Germany or something. Wow! China blast. Hegemonic U.S. missile sanctions. Polls paint dreary picture of Biden's 1-year office. Yeah, but if you go to other places, they say it's the greatest thing. Look at that. Cargo thieves. We cover that on Mike in the Night, guys. Cargo thieves. Look at that. Train thieves sees 160% spike in Los Angeles, says top U.S. railroad company. Look at that. Wow. So is this Press TV reporting? Yeah, there it is right there. Look at that, guys. Holy. They've been breaking into trains and stuff and stopping them and opening containers and getting free TVs. Amazon packages. Wow. Somebody got a freebie there. Wow. That's what they did in South Africa for a long time, was they would stop trains and start breaking into the cars. Iranian border security and contra narcotics battle, counter narcotics battle. Sorry, guys. And Iran's always been against the drugs, right? It's a death sentence there. And what else? Saudi bombing, we got that already. U.S. chief alarmed at continued Saudi airstrike at Yemen. But there's Yemen right there. I mean, they're destroying everything. Oh, the likely departure of Boris Johnson. BJ. UK from democracy to autocry. Why the U.S. keeps provoking Russia. So there it is right there. Press TV reporting. It's good to have you guys on, Without you guys, on the live show, we don't have nothing. But guys, we need to really start sharing the Odyssey link from Mike in the Night. So if you want to support the channel, go on the last Mike in the Night or the one before, 408 is the best. That's the most vulgar one. Please share it. And you can't share it really on Instagram, because when you share an Odyssey link on Instagram, it pulls up a guy's article or a picture of a big, huge guy, fat guy, lifting weights, and it doesn't make any sense. So don't share the Mike in the Night stream on Odyssey, because it just goes to some really fat guy lifting weights. So if you don't mind, go to a video that you like on Odyssey, on Mike in the Night preferably, and just share it with whoever. I don't care. Share it on any platform. Let's get this out there. We've been doing call-ins for years now. We should be, the channel should be a lot bigger. We should be reaching a lot more people. What concerns me the most is that I feel that I could have done a lot better job over the years, and maybe we could have saved more lives. I think maybe we could have saved more people. Ricky Ricardo saying, are you live? Yeah, I'm live. Pure Blood to the end says, I don't think you're allowed to comment if I'm not live, to be honest with you guys. So, yeah. Amerifornia is coming, people. Amerifornia is on its way. Though, America turns into California. We got Simon Shaw in the house. Welcome, Simon Shaw. Good to see you, buddy. Lord Humongous says, look up the West Hills stolen motorcycle crash, Mad Max. Uh-oh. Mike, you bro, says Daniel Sander. America, fork, yeah. Yeah, that's from that movie there with those puppets. America, F, yeah. But, so I'm counting down the weeks till spring, guys. Here it is. Spring love, come back to me. Here we are right here. We're on this week. We got 9 weeks to go of spring. Till we get to spring. Sorry, 9 weeks to spring. So this is over. We are headed to an early spring anyway, guys. So it is nice outside. It's like +7 or +8 or 9. I think it's going to reach a high of 10 today. So don't believe what the weatherman tells you. Believe what I tell you, because here it is. It's going to reach a high of 10. I think the days are getting longer, and I think we're going to be back into spring in the next 9 weeks. Before we know it, the weather will be good. The weather will be good. So there it is there. Look at that sky. What a beautiful day we're having today. I just want to reach out to everyone and let everybody know, our cold spell is over. Cold spell's been over for 2.5 weeks now. We've been having this gorgeous weather, so I ain't complaining. I'll be putting my chairs outside, sitting out in front of the store in the summer. So if you, in the late spring or in summer. I am on Discord as Jewel Chick. That's right. That's Angela. She's on Discord. Guys, get over to the Discord too if you don't mind. Discord, if you want to meet or greet or meet people from the channel. Mostly everybody's on Discord. Somebody's talking about tourists in Barbados. MGTOW guy saying, you're the bomb, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, I appreciate that. Layla in the house. Oh, man. Sunny here, Mike in the loops too. Mike, Trucker Convoy meetup at noon on Sunday at the Flying J. Okay, so there's a convoy coming through. They're on their way. I think they're on their way to Ottawa. So there's a lot of trucks and vehicles that are starting to meet up to make their way to Ottawa or something. So when I get the exact information on what's going on, I'll let you guys know. Guys, please feel free on our Discord to post upcoming protests anywhere in the world. Just go ahead and put protests, because 2022 will be the year of the protest. Chemtrails. I don't think we have. I could go out and see the sky. I don't think we have any chemtrails this week, or I haven't seen them. Last time I saw chemtrails was over Vancouver. I didn't really see anything up here in the country. So I want to thank Clark for mailing me this box of Glenlivet single malt Scotch whiskey. This thing must be worth a fortune. But there it is right there. I want to thank. I'm not even going to open this thing. I am not opening this bottle. I think I'm going to leave it as is, because it looks beautiful. So we got Spider Jerusalem in the house. Yo, Jacob, come on Mike in the Night this Saturday. We need to do a catch-up. Let's find out what's happening. We need to know what's really happening in the. If you could give us your angle or perspective on what's happening in the Middle East and what are they pushing for? Are we looking at a hot war? And if we are a hot war, we know who the big players are. But where will be the testing ground? Or where would the war be fought? Right. Trucker protests will lead to more price increases. That's supply and demand. That's correct. Woo! Yeah. It's your boy, Mike. Okay, what time is it? I got 10 minutes to open. I'm going to open this door and just stay with you guys till somebody shows up. Spider Jerusalem saying the Ukraine. Yeah, we saw it on Press TV and RT. They're looking at Ukraine as being the possible fighting ground for this next major hot conflict. We don't know exactly, but we're just kind of guessing that, right? We're just kind of throwing that out there as a guest. Woo! All for Truth and Freedom sent me 99 cents Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sup, Mike, brothers and sisters. We got Iceman in the house. Woo! Happy Friday, everybody! It's Saturday. It's Saturday noon in Australia, but no, Saturday early morning in Australia. Sorry, but it's Friday morning here. We got a Friday ahead of us. So it looks like they're going to be walking stuff back. It looks like a lot of the workforce in England is going back to work, from what I've been hearing from people. Where is Leaf selling his number one Bitcoin? Whoa, Pamela sent me $10. Thanks, PP. Pamela Page, thank you so much. Guys, if you wanna send a tip, you could send it here on Ping, but the best way to send it so they don't take a huge percentage is I have a PayPal tip jar on top of the channel, right on top of the channel. You'll see on the links to Instagram and stuff. I do have a tip jar. If you want to buy me a coffee, go ahead. Yeah, UK fully open, so we covered that. BJ is in trouble. BJ is in a lot of trouble. I don't know what BJ went to that party for. Why did BJ go against his own mandates? It makes no sense. Now BJ's in trouble. He unlocks England, and now Ireland is following suit, and so is Ireland. Really didn't go with this whole thing from the start anyway, and neither did Scotland. They were very vague about it there. They were very, not so harsh, Yeah, Boris Karloff. That's what he looks like with that stupid hair. But, woo! It is a beautiful Friday here in the town of Merritt. Maybe I should go out and do a dance for you guys. What a gorgeous morning we're having. Man, the sun is strong. Everything's good. $2.79, all for truth and freedom. Thank you so much. Again, $2.79 here at the Meritor. Still need Vaxports, so we'll see what happens with that, but it's going to take one step at a time. To undo this, it's going to take a while to undo this. Minus 20 in Ontario. Really? Yeah, that's why I left Ontario. Here, we have our 4 seasons. We had our cold spell in the last week of December and first week of January, and it's been sub-zero temperature since then. You could go for a bike ride if you really want. It's like +9 outside. Actually, there's a lot of people going for a bike ride right now, to be honest with you. The town seems to be... I'm going to leave the door open because I'm going to stay open here. I'm going to turn on my open side. And, yeah, might as well just stay open. That's why I left Saskatchewan. Yeah, it's just... Those places are just too cold, man. Here we had our cold spell. It was cold. It was like minus 20 for like a whole week and a half. But then now the days are getting longer. The sun's out every day. I told you guys, you're like, oh, why are you getting solar panels in such a cold and this and that? I'm like, guys, this place is sunny, like where I live is sunny like 360 days of the year. It's sun like this, strong sun, powerful sun. Here, it's not what you guys think. It's actually 4 seasons. Don't trust the snake with the head cut off. Mike, there's a reason why they're easing this crap. I know. I'm not trying to celebrate early, but I'm actually celebrating the fact that Canada, Australia, and New Zealand and all the blue states in America are screwed. They're screwed that England did this. Yeah. I could see Trudeau calling Boris Johnson and saying, where do you get off pulling sanctions or pulling back on mandates like that and going over my head? I could see that happening. It will fall. It will fail, Angela. Their narrative is falling apart. Yeah. But I think they're easing the COVID in time to make the climate change the next major emergency. They will use a soft transition into, climate lockdowns. We talked about that too. Climate lockdowns is huge. Oh, we got Dano in the house. Woo! Good to see you, Dano. Essentially, travels must be fully vaccinated across the border. Unvaccinated Canadians may face quarantine measures. No, not failing at all. Well, we'll see what happens. Only time. Nothing lasts forever. Narrative moving towards cyber attacks and climate change. Yep, Layla's right on that. They're going to have to. It's been too long. People are getting tired. Even the FU I Took 2 movement, we started 2 months and 2 weeks ago. We started the FU I Took 2. It's enough. People had enough. Even people that are on board with this, they're done. So we got Monica Turk from St. Pete's Beach. We got Ahoy, Ahoy, the Bridge Dano from Ricky Ricardo. Yeah, we got Ricky Ricardo, man. Man, I was watching the news from southern Mexico, like from southern Mexico, not an American broadcast. And there's nothing happening there. There's tourists, people hanging out the beach, partying. The clubs are buzzing, and they're talking about, during this thing, a lot of the, if people could drive to Mexico, Mexico did really well for tourism for people to drive down, not fly, drive down. And people that have gone down have been staying 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year. So they're spending their money in Mexico, in southern Mexico, right? In the Yucatan Peninsula area. Some people went to Acapulco, but Acapulco and Guerrero has become a very big stronghold for the cartel right now. So kind of watch out for that, you know. So Angela's saying Mexico's starting to shut things down because of the Omicron. And then I was watching the American Spanish news. So it's Spanish news, Latino America, for American, in America, right? So like Univision and all those ones there, Telemundo, they're saying, oh, the this and that, and shutting down, and the world's crumbling, falling apart. They don't even mention England lifting all the measures. They don't even mention it in their newscast. Not even once. I went to 3 once, and I went to a Portuguese one in Brazil. They mentioned that they did mention that Boris Johnson lifted all mandates going forward. So, yeah, check the Mexican government website, but I don't think no one even checks that. That's the thing. It's like the Canadian government website, where it fully tells you that the people that are fully juiced in the hospitals in Canada, the people that are fully juiced are the ones in the ICUs or the ones that are sick. The Canadian government website tells you this, right? So CNN owns Telemundo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Telemundo and Univision, it's all the same garbage. Exactly. So they're talking this and that, and the world this, and Biden's doing really good towards the midterm elections, and everybody loves him in America. They're lucky they got rid of Trump, the racist. That's all they're talking about on the Spanish news, Spanish American news. And I'm watching, I'm like, wow, I'm grateful that I speak Spanish so I could hear all the bullshit from every side. Yeah, I have some friends that took off to Mexico mid 2021, and they're doing whatever they're doing. Radio said that Meatloaf had COVID. I don't know if he did. I don't know. I don't know what he. I didn't read into it too much. I just saw that he passed away. Gonna turn on my I have my Netflix. I canceled Netflix the other day. You know what I'm saying? So hi, how are you?
Hey, pretty good.
How can I help you this beautiful day?
Do you have comic books still?
No, we have graphic novels there if you want, but we don't have comic books. Sorry. Yeah, we got a rack there of graphic novels. So Chris is saying Southern Missouri gone, and some counties got only 4% jab. They fail big time. Angela's saying South America has more restrictions now. COVID could put my ass on the floor all week. Yeah, those are just D&D books.
Yeah, I was looking for a comic book called Invincible.
I don't have it. I wouldn't have it.
That's That's all I was looking for.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, no, he came in looking for a very one specific comic book. I won't have it. And you probably go online and look it up. It's probably worth like $700. That's what I don't do anything that's no longer MSRP. I don't do collectible stuff anymore. I do like what's on the shelves that has an MSRP pricing. I have a lot of comics in storage and old video games. People would come in and say, "Hi, I want to buy this comic." I will look it up. It's worth $300, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to give you $2 for it because that's what I think it's." And then this way you don't have to. This way everything is already priced on my shelves. Everything is priced, and I'm cheaper than everywhere else. So I'm not worried about anything when it comes to that. They're falling. Only the sense that if they tried pulling on Australia here, it'd lead to full-blown armed resistance. Britain only lifted their mandates because everyone there is 90% jabbed. And then Layla is WeWork, the company that built common office space to rent. Don't be sad, 2 out of 3 jabs ain't bad. I love Dano, man. Oh, we got over 100 people watching. Holy crap. So we got a lot of people saying there's lockdowns. No big deal. I just spoke to a good friend of mine down in Florida the other day on Skype live. And super busy down there. Super busy. Mario is saying, I love my flag on your ceiling. Of course. I'm a Portuguese. You see, when people say European white people, no. There's a lot of cultures. There's a lot of cultures out there. When they're saying Asian people, there's hate towards Asians. No, there's not. Stop saying hate towards Asians. There's no hate towards Asians. My wife is Asian. There's no hate towards it. There's specific. There's like 9 different types of, or 10 different, you know what I'm saying? Facial recognition in Mexico, says Layla. There's my other Portugal flag there. Yeah. Mandatory vax, says Angela. Brazil, Ecuador, Chile, Mexico have begun or announced campaigns, booster campaigns. Yeah, Filipinas are not Asian. They are Pacific Islanders. Yeah, but everybody has a different, you know what I'm saying? Filipino people are different than, you know what I mean? It's like saying Russia's part of Europe. Russia would like to claim it's European. They're not. Winnie the Poop. Winnie the Poop. Oh, man. It's Friday. Only a fool gets a jab at this point. Yeah. No jabs in Kazakhstan. I think Russia cares about being European. No, I don't think Russia cares about being European. Woo! Somebody has Pokemon cards from the early 90s. They did enough damage to the middle class. Oh yeah, this was targeted mainly for the English speaking countries. This was mainly a target to, you know what I'm saying? And then the Latin American countries jumped in real quick in a heartbeat. African countries didn't care too much for this because they already had a loss. They were already getting raped by China. They were getting screwed over. So for them to pull this on the, there's no gain, right? Someone thinks they got the C last week, the COVID. Woo! Oh, man. Well, we're going to have a big mic in the night this Saturday, guys. I really hope everybody could share the link on Odyssey. Let's get this stuff taken off. You know, let's start moving forward and let's start doing some good, solid reporting, you know? We are heading for a long recession. And I want to thank everyone that's been reporting for the channel. Dano's been reporting for the channel. He went to a few places to check on things for me. Lord Humongous has been reporting on the channel, reporting for the channel for us, right? Ricky Ricardo's been reporting for the channel. Layla's been reporting for the channel. So if you guys want to send video clips, go ahead and do that, guys, if you want. We'll put them on the YouTube channel, you know, like video clips, no audio necessary. Go ahead and send some video clips of some skylines. Layla, send me a skyline video, like a 1 minute or less video of the skyline in Cairo and the hustling and bustling of the people, if you don't mind. What do you think of the truckers raising 1 million to go to Ottawa? Well, there's right now on the way. There's a big convoy that's on the way. They're going to be, I think they're going to be in Kamloops sometime tomorrow, north of me. Then they're going to head east across Canada from there, through the provinces. Russia, Iran, and China had a joint military alliance today. Yep. They're going to encircle Ottawa. Yeah. Oh, Loveface's XYZ is saying online strips without no clothing. Whoa! I hope they strip without clothing. I mean, imagine stripping with putting clothing on. Oh my god. Ricky Spanish is talking here, sending me a message. Trudeau ignored the last convoy. Yeah, but a lot of those people don't, like, again, a lot of those people in power, it's more like a show, right? We got Ian Singh in the house saying hi. They will block a truck from entering the city. They will block trucks from entering the city. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can get somebody to report on that for us on the channel, or somebody on the ground to call into the show. Asia will form its own military alliance to deter NATO. Well, that's why China's there, right? But I'm talking about, when I'm talking about like I'm talking about like Japan, South Korea, Australia, Philippines, right? Vietnam, Thailand, those countries uniting to form a bloc and go against China, right? India would join that too. Wow, what a life. Eh? It keeps getting better and better every day. In Canada, very active, waking up. She's on Laura Lynn's on Odyssey. Good. We should get her on Mike in the Night if she wants to come on. When will the restrictions end in Canada? It depends. We got that lady that's going to name 8 names. So let's see who the 8 names on that list are. That for the Epstein thing. You know what I'm saying? China opening banks in Nigeria. Of course they are. They have to. They have to. They demonize the Portuguese for having a gold-backed currency in Angola. I could show you what the currency used to look like on it's on quick Google search. Type in Portuguese Angola currency. You'll see it was backed by gold in Lisbon. Gold-backed currency. Yeah, China's going to destroy. I think that the communist is a dark cloud, and it's going to destroy the world. Communism is on full blown. Just should have left us alone and let us let them raise the interest rates like they should have, to correct this Frankenstein financial crisis monster they created back in 2010, when they started to really lower interest rates, really look for the bottom, really devalue their currencies, really start printing money. It all started in 2010. I mean, 2007, 2008 was the precursor to it, but after 2010, everything went downhill. Everything. Yeah. Yep, China was supported by the USA during the Clinton administration when they put China on the world's trading, like so they could trade and stuff. And after that, the communist slave camps and communist workers, people's workers unions or whatever they created there, basically slave labor, and they were making things dirt cheap, undercutting the locals, and basically everybody jumped on board to China to get their stuff made there. They got to a point where they were making cars, and they're pretty much making everything now. And now they dictate and decide what containers come in. Yeah. And I heard from an insider that the Chinese government is paying companies in China to take, if they take a loss and their containers can arrive in North America, they're going to go ahead and compensate them their losses. That's what happens when you let a country, 8,000 miles away from here, from where I am, go ahead and dictate what we buy and what we sell. You know what I'm saying? Hi.
So make sure you're open before I start wheeling stuff in.
Thanks, brother. That's my Purelator guy there. Anyways, guy, I got a big order coming in. I really hope you guys have a good Friday. I got a restock from Christmas here. I want to thank gentleman Clark that sent me this very nice bottle of Glenlivet. Wow. It looks very expensive, so thank you so much, Clark, for sending me that. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Guys, thanks for joining me this morning. I guess this is a morning coffee. They're walking it back. I don't know what's happening, but they're going to double down on fear. But it's what you believe, right? We'll call their bluff. Call their bluff. See what they got in their hand. Because I can tell you right now, it's nothing. Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Bad Boy Channel. Happy Friday, everyone. Thanks, Faye Knox. Who else is here? Christy. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Pamela Page says, Old Bill needs to be one. What else? Layla. Mr. IMC. Gotta run. See you tomorrow night. Stand strong, everyone. Peace out, Mike. Thanks. Who else is here? Angela, thank you. Angela, you should call into the show. You have a lot of valuable information. Call into the show, Angela, please. Anyways, lots of love, guys. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.